I told you guys in yesterday's video that you were being tricked into becoming bearish so that you sell your high conviction cryptos to the whales so that you end up becoming their exit liquidity and buying back in at the top. It's the same cycle, rinse and repeat with retail. They get fudded out of the positions and then they FOMO back into the market. These are all the main traits of, you could call them, dumb retail investors. And this is why so many people end up losing in crypto and so few end up actually making money, because most people get feared out of the market rather than holding strong and being patient. And right now, you're already starting to see somewhat of a comeback in the market, okay, especially with virtuals and Casper, two coins which I literally purchased recently. Okay, my two most recent buy alerts were literally for virtuals and Casper. And if you go and look at the top 100, they're pretty much some of the biggest gainers there. Casper up around 15.5% today. Virtuals up 14% today. So I was buying Casper at 8 cents a couple days ago. It's now around 11 cents. And I was buying virtuals, you can see here, at 1.18. And it's already starting to come up. So if you are interested in getting the very best picks and at good times, okay, I don't just randomly jump into projects. I wasn't buying virtuals when it was at $5 or whatever it was at. I waited, I was patient, and I got into a position just recently. My average on Casper, just 4 cents. There's a reason why I DCA'd, especially at low prices, as opposed to buying really, really heavy at 20 cents, okay? So if you're interested in that type of group, with a very good win rate, with a very active community, check out the link in the description to my VIP group. Now, today we're going to be talking about something very interesting, which is alt season and my actual predictions for it. There's a lot of polarizing views out there in crypto right now. You've got some people saying basically, alt season is not going to happen. It's over. This is the end for alt seasons, and everything is basically just going to trade down to Bitcoin indefinitely. And then you've got another camp, like obviously this post by Crypto Rover, saying that altcoins could easily 10x from here. And he's pointing at a 10 trillion total valuation for crypto. I'm assuming by end of 2025, maybe beginning of 2026, he's looking at that. So you've got the camp who are fully set on the 4-year cycle and fully set on the fact that, we're basically just in this large adoption trend for crypto of it just going up and up and up each cycle. And then you have another camp who are very skeptical and they're actually very heavy in cash right now. Now, me personally, I'm actually kind of in the middle between the two. If anything, I'm more on the bullish side than the bearish side, but I'm not claiming for a 10 trillion total market cap of crypto this bull cycle. I'm not claiming that at all. In fact, I don't even think we need that. Okay, I want to just rationalize the potential of this bull run for a second. So currently, the total valuation of all crypto assets is sat at around 3 trillion. Okay, 10 trillion would be over a 3x from here on the total market cap. Now, the total market cap is obviously heavily, heavily skewed by Bitcoin, by Ethereum, by Solana, and XRP. They make up a huge amount of the total valuation of cryptocurrency. So obviously, that's a lot of money coming in. And I don't know what Bitcoin would be if we went to 10 trillion, but it'd probably be somewhere north of 200K. Now, I think that is too optimistic personally. I can get into all the reasons as to why. I'm not going to go through all of them today, but obviously we're in a very interesting situation where everyone is basically saying we need QE, we need QE, we need QE. But, the Fed haven't actually deployed QE, and we don't have any confirmation that it's going to happen anytime soon necessarily. Okay. And by the time they actually deploy it, that could be already too late. So I'm not on the ultra bullish side right now where everyone's saying the economy is really strong, but yet we need QE, right? They're kind of oxymoronic statements in a way, because usually when they deploy QE, that indicates something is wrong, right? For example, during COVID, the economy wasn't doing great. Everyone was in their houses, productivity went down, GDP was going to completely crash, right? But they deployed QE to kind of save the economy by printing money and all of this stuff they did. So, in my view, I think that, the market right now is okay. It's not necessarily super strong. I think the fact that there's talks of a strategic reserve is bullish, but at the same time, if there's too many people focusing on one potential catalyst and it doesn't happen, that could be very toppy, okay? And I want to just talk about the fact that we had that speech by the crypto czar, and everyone was expecting something about a strategic reserve, some form of announcement, some form of green light. But really what they said was underwhelming. They said they were looking into the feasibility of a Bitcoin reserve. Now, I don't know about you, but to me, that is quite underwhelming. That's political talk. And, usually when politicians say things like that, it means it's probably not going to happen. So the market dumped as a result of that speech. So we've already showed there is a little bit of weakness around the strategic reserve. If in any way it gets talked down, the market can see a bit of red as a result. So I don't know if I like the fact there's so much emphasis on that. I would kind of like it if people could just think about other things. And if it happens, great. It's going to be a really good catalyst, but we don't want to put too much focus on an uncertain catalyst. Let's focus on the things we already have. We already have a president who's friendly to crypto. Okay, we already have ETFs. We already have, a very good approach to crypto now with the SEC. So already the recipes are better than ever for crypto. And if we get the strategic reserve, then it's a cherry on top. But I wouldn't be depending on it, is what I'm saying. So why am I mentioning all of this? I'm mentioning this because, yes, I am very bullish. Okay, I think this bull run is going to be great. Do I think we're going to 10 trillion? Do I think we're going to 12 trillion like some people are saying? No, I really, really don't, because you've got a thing called the law of diminishing returns. And if you look at from kind of 2017's bull run to the top of 2021, that was around 293% higher. I very much doubt we'll do anything better than that this time around, okay? Because diminishing returns are real. There's a lot of diminishing return deniers, people who say it doesn't exist, but it does, okay? It's just a fact that it happens in crypto. An asset class gets bigger, the ROI gets smaller over time. Doesn't mean you won't make money, but the ROI is definitely diminishing. And if you look so far this cycle from the 2021 top to now, or to the highs earlier, you're talking just 23% return. So I'm not convinced that's enough, okay, to go from 200 and whatever percent to just 23%. That's not enough for me. And we haven't actually had the altcoin season yet because Total Free hasn't even made a higher high. So I do believe Total Free will make a higher high. And I do think that we're going a lot higher. But to suggest that we're going all the way up to 10 trillion for me is just too bullish, okay? I think we're probably going somewhere between, 6 to 8 trillion this cycle. Could we go to 10? It's possible. I'm just not personally buying it, okay? Even if we just went to 6, that's a 2x pretty much from the 2021 levels, which I think would suffice. If we ended up going to 7, you're talking 132%. And then if we were to go to 8, you're talking around 165%. If we were to go all the way up to 10, then you're talking, similar returns from the move from 2017 to 2021. I don't think that's what's going to happen, okay? That would just look ridiculous on the chart. I mean, look at it there, right? The chart would literally look like that. So I'm just not seeing it personally that we go that high, but we're still going to have a good bull run. And if, the total market cap of crypto did go to, let's just say 6 trillion, that's a 2x overall. And like I said, that is heavily skewed by Bitcoin. So maybe if it went to 6 trillion, we'd be talking like 150K for Bitcoin. Maybe Ethereum would outperform Bitcoin in that time because of Ethereum dominance and the relationship between that. So maybe Bitcoin does, a 50% move. Ethereum does a, 2 to 3x. XRP does maybe a 2x. Solana does a 2 to 3x, maybe even more. That's possible, okay? And if we're getting 2 to 3x's on Ethereums and Solanas and XRPs, on coins like Sui, on coins like Casper, you're probably getting somewhere up to 10x. So I agree with Crypto Rover on the 10x being possible, but not for high caps. Maybe that's for the top coins in the top 100, like the very good ones. So I agree with Crypto Rover that some altcoins can 10x. But I don't agree that, every altcoin's going to 10x and the whole crypto market is going to freaking go crazy, okay? It will to an extent, but you've got to be in the winners. Okay, yeah, maybe Casper can 10x, maybe Tau can 10x, but there's going to be a great deal of coins which don't. I could just go through the list right now. Maybe Ondo 10x's, Monero is not going to 10x. I don't think Neo would 10x, to be honest. I don't think Aave would 10x. I don't think Mantle probably will 10x. You're going through the list. Most coins here, I don't bet on a 10x. Most coins here are probably going to do somewhere between a 2 to a 5x. But you have a few winners which do genuinely have the potential to 10x, okay? And one of them would be Casper. And Casper's already starting to see a bit of a bounce right now. Okay, the other reason why I don't think this alt season is necessarily going to be, the crazy generational opportunity where every single person is going to make it is because of this kind of sentiment we see here. Now, this will change quite fast once everything kicks off, but I do believe there's a lot of people who echo this type of sentiment. I just want alt season to happen so I can sell all this crap I have and become a Bitcoin maxi. So there's a lot of people out there with this kind of sentiment. They hate altcoins. They realize most altcoins are a scam, and all they want to do really is just be in Bitcoin. So any second they get to sell, they're probably going to do it. And I just feel like retail, more than ever, are actually just super, super timid. They're really scared. They've got really no stoicism. They've got no grit. I see phrases getting knocked around like we're in the trenches. I mean, that's just complete cringe to me. Like, most people in crypto are the weakest people you could imagine mentally. They can't even hold a 10% dump on Bitcoin without crying, without getting fearful. So 100%, most people have this type of mindset. And to me, this is a reason why you can't have like a 10 trillion or 12 trillion valuation on the total market cap. Because most people are starting to figure out crypto. They're starting to realize that it's mainly just marketing, hype, and most coins don't have true fundamentals. And in order to have a crazy, crazy bull run, most people need to believe that this is genuinely the future and all these coins are going to take over the world. But we're already starting to see a lot of skepticism. And this, for me, would be a reason to be more on the conservative side than the crazy, crazy bull side. Okay, so I am bullish. I do think Total Free will make a higher high. I even think Ethereum will make a higher high, but I'm not in the camp of, 12,000 or 10,000 Ethereum. I'm much more in the camp of Ethereum, making a higher high, but it's not going to be the most convincing higher high in the world. Maybe it goes to 6K, maybe it goes to 6.5K, something like that. But I'm not seeing a $10,000 Ethereum personally. Okay, I could get into this for the whole video and I could talk about this for an hour, but I don't want to bore you guys. There's a ton of reasons. We talk about these things in the Discord all the time. A lot of it ties into the macro economy. A lot of it ties into the sentiment in crypto already. And just the fact we've already seen, a big move already with crypto. It's not like we're at the bottom of the bear market right now. If I pull up the total market cap chart, if I just get it up here on Coin Market Cap, we are already in a bull run. We've made a higher high for the total market cap. Okay, not total free, which excludes Bitcoin and ETH, but the total market cap. We're in a bull run. You can't be throwing out these crazy, 50, 100, 200 X's right now. That type of money would have been made by buying down here in the dump. So that's my thoughts on alt season. It is going to happen. It's not going to be as crazy as most people think, but you're still going to make a ton of money, especially if you're in the right plays. And that is why I highly recommend people join a group like this to make sure you are in the right plays. Being in the right versus the wrong plays could be the difference between making 10 to 20x in this market versus just losing your money or at best making a 2x. Like I said, most coins in the top 100 will probably just do a 2 to 3x, maybe 5x at best. The real winners in the top 100, they could do a 10 to 20x. And I think I have the real winners right now. And as you go even down the ranks even more, it becomes even more uncertain. A lot of the coins outside of the top 100 will probably even rug or just straight up die out. So it's all about being in the winners more than ever this cycle. Gone are the days where you just pick a random coin and you make 100x. That was 2017 stuff. Now we're in a difficult realm, and it's all about research. And I'm doing that 24/7 for you guys over in the VIP group. And I have a team of researchers who are also helping me out. So go check it out. Links in the description. The price will be going up. And join me for alt season. You'll be very, very welcome. So appreciate you watching. Drop a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.